someone very careful. Omo den recover. Omo reorganization. Ye ni momo. Me say they will regroup. This NPP group, no, they come in different forms. Omoba nkwakurem, omoba mbesiriwa, omoba nkwara, omoba. They come in different forms. And right now that they are not coming back to power, they are regrouping. This man, Peace FM, so your friend opinion jekum, makana asema chiremo. Nkwaseafour nyina hene. Nkwaseafour ye di defend the chrono, papa we. Nenim tum kwasiasam nkwa. Obeko Peace FM notice, Kwame. Kwame, you see Kwame ko. Mu nyina mu beko 1-1. Kwame, adene de aka. You see. So one kasa wutiri ho ye di bone, enso oni wi woni tiri ho. Kwasiafour gwa. Oma start biem. E na wo openye jekum school a wukọ nyina eye twi na wo kire. Enya de fufuru bia. Mr. Fosu, mi GSS street teacher, unti twi nche no. Mr. Fosu, otitwi, e kire twi. Back the work school go say nyina ye twi e na go sua ye unsua any extraordinary thing bia. I don't even know why Openye Jekum tete Ghana to say there or some intelligence be when it comes to governance and politics. Because in your life there was nyina also your own PhD or master say there e your own professor no e twi e Ghana kasa into one said nya smart in chain sebio kaya ni na on twi no onya smart in chain no because Sebio, so teach ya wa ukrom kasa enya ade bia ye extraordinary. So one kasa to ukrom kasa, you are not supposed to be walking around with your shoulders high, pretending say when you have something extraordinary against you be ayo ukrom kasa na wote. Now, Oma Saba biem. Ya so son kwasi asem so Ghana cho. Or say speak up before your silence is taken as support for illegal raids. What do you term as illegal raids? Openye Jekum, also a professor. Professor Wabong. Anytime I say, one of the unim no air, the one kasa fitting kwalabrim wesuya. As can kasa ni chi kasa wusuya fitting kwalabrim. And a man for are not interested in that subject. Anything about a professor. And yes, a competitive field biya. And almost started or say John Mahama and Kasa send a bay a man for who say illegal raids unsupported. What is illegal raids? What do you call illegal raids? And what is raids? And these old men, in Ghana, instead of them to be honest enough to tell the people the truth, they don't do it. Oh, no, Nkwaseafour. Now, amo da Ghana for. No mo di we di yenyini o oma no asem na die beduru Akufo-Addo term no we mu na ye campaign me Akufo-Addo nana de na NPP de na nana de ene Akufo ba ye ene nana de yeti nana de no nkotam nana ba ye ene nana bedi nkwase asem oma sa kofura ntoma fofura ba. Now the question here is John Mahama and Kasa na Ghana for who say raids na cost no illegal raids any day for 93 days John Mahama be the president. Why now be catch Ghana for say ya be ready the fear illegally? Addison and Amoka say you say John Mahama ko ready the fear illegally. Why hasn't Addison? Must say Addison, Jakpa, and national security ko ready the fear. Why hasn't Addison gone to court? Ever seen there? Addison, former Bank of Ghana governor, he has not spoken on the matter. His lawyer has not taken action. And then I work okura way better na TV so say John Mahama and Kasa. You are trying to mo pese mututu anoma ho de be kire se aboa be ni mo ya bosom mo ya beifo mo betutu anoma ho mo betutu akokọ ho abekire se anoma be ni mo ye mpanyi bone mo be wu awia ketekete mo bone ne mo tro ne be kumo. Where is the illegal raid? When and the Ghana waka kire Ghana for say Mako police are report say they have come to raid my house illegally. Because the police is there. Go there and do what? And report and get answers. Ntim ya call the nifie endrano. What was the reason Tianko for the call? And NPP has started using the word raid. What is raid? When you say somebody's house has been raided, as it's saying. Mr. S, get me the definition. Na men chere mo say sa we mu no. E yo mu krom kasa no mote. Na enya brofo papa bi ni nyansa bi no mo chen o. Obi ti di krom kasa onya intelligent nchen o. Almost starting his word be raid. Ntim Fordjour Jimmy we fie. Did anybody raid the house? No. Was anything touched? No. Anoma kura ho ka ofie ho. Was anybody abused? Was anybody's property taken away? No. Intending na moka say papa kokura say also a professor. Oka say so obi kwa Ntim Fordjour fie. Na say okoka chan say you are invited. You need to come to the police. Why do you call it raid? A diabolic. Agine almost started a creative bibi. Omo Jimmy. Makacha say, hey, we mo a diabolical. Omo need the ho. They know what they are doing. Sa papa we a chi no suya onim nyansa nchen. So what you krom kasa and so onim nyansa chen obi a. Now, thank you team. Let me give you the definition of raids. Because NPP for a use strategy B. Today, when somebody is even invited or the police basically goes to somebody's house to talk to the person, quickly, I'm going to say a raid. That is how the NPP is. And the so-called professors are Oma Bounty. They don't know the difference between raid and somebody being invited. Now, this is raid. A rapid surprise attack. Tie, Nkwaseafour, Tana Omuye, Omusha Professor Eii Oma Bon. And I'm going to ask, why na and the Obetumaka say national security, police, whatever, I'll be attacking with fear, Emma watch injuries, say the crime cry abono. Today at the NPP Fuano raid. Emma openye kumpenyi bonnie. Ukrom kasa na wote wonye extraordinary. So what ukrom kasa na ukrom kasa ka na ukrom fobu say unim kasa ne ka Emma wonye any intelligent extraordinary penyini wo Ghana. Get that shit in your head. Now, this is the definition of raid. A rapid surprise attack on an enemy by troops, aircraft, or other armed forces. Or say a surprise attack, a rapid surprise attack. Who has been attacked in Ghana? Who has been attacked with weapons? Who has been attacked with armed forces? Who has been attacked? And who openye jekum cassava teacher. Otina piece of say John Mahama should come and speak on the illegal rates. What is illegal rates? What does it mean? Do we have legal rates? Your idea friend legal rates oh ma bon mo tigana na mo dada nkofo mo hwo agogo. Mo no mo edutu wa betes live tena TV so a mo be ka no kure ma Ghana fo nkwara ehu no kure no na mo hyehye tribe ne party chi di Nkwaseasem. Who a key celebrity? Who know bia? I say Kelvin the pagina tem. Oh bodam. Munya opportunity to speak truth. Mr. S, Mr. P, take care of Facebook. Munya the opportunity to speak truth. Now more confused Ghana for. What do you mean by illegal raid? What does it mean? Because I have been able to define a raid actual. So what is illegal raid? I said what is illegal raid? Well, and what is legit? What is legal raid? Motete Ghana munimushi. Sako suyan wo school 99% of Ghana school for nkwaran person mo besua anything to me a professor. There's no competition. Macha 13 na mote class. And ya kwanchedi huri fem yes correct. And I'm going to name of Pia. And yeah, dear be Einstein, engineering. And now I could see some astronomic dear and the ocean the papa bia. And ya bet and I would church him. Yes, yeah, we are Chi Mushakira. Chi Mushakira. And no unum. On said any my dear bia. Mutna TV swa, Mutna radio swa. Tribal dictionary and a muyuzu. What is illegal raid? Illegal raid, as I saying. What is illegal raid? And I'm yet to see anybody with evidence to say the John Mahama administration, the national security, they have used the armed forces. They have rapidly attacked somebody in their homes. Maybe one person or my evidence. Into that stupid statement or word they are using, raid, because they know majority of followers ne Jimmy. Banchiasi teacher. and the body kakra into omo betena radio so a instead say omo beka asem no omo brabo de omo febu no omo ka kire o Kwame asem we dem mama kai sao we mu omo betena radio so na omo ye conversation omo discussing national issues hey asem we na wakai SSC me say Kwame 1962 me kai pa na meteme ma me nchen e wo edupon hey Kwame sa time no ye nante 15 kilometers and san ye do school now say school asem ya na woka braye Kwame me anka se metie na me di boode dwo e na me di bo nkwan mu sebio engo kokko mu na me di bia hyamata ade mu omo boa me say omo boa they create the impression say you pay omo odua mu na omo baaye omo ndi dada omo boa e na Kwame asem ye de bia asem kai omo asem abeifo sa omo tie omo ti peace fama asem we akai me we and I say omo asem bia example omo fam da me say omo asem bia ho example Kwame asem no akofa be me de me kai pa na me ma me sata na me ma me na me di be 14 Kwame na me papa yesi okwafuom na me so me baaye enti Kwame me ma me wa wonim se ye de bebiani afiri entodwe obetra inkurase num ansa na woduru ye ho I say a pie wo oduam enti omo create impression bi say bra ya bre no ye ne pie wo oduam ne baaye enti ye beka bi agidi Yesu kura baaye ne yebusa no questions Yesu oyo nyame ba ye din kan share no honkom ansa na ye wo no ono kura ne yebusa no questions na wo wabu pa awo so from today that word raid so be used to raid no radio street TV so I'm say what does it mean what is raid because you see words are very important words are very important and the understanding of words it changes a lot of narrative. And so be AKP using word be consistently. That's a one question, and a one caution. No man antias a word now we use the context at which by which we are using the word is wrong. They will go ahead and people adapt a strategy whenever they sit on TV or radio. Hey, there's been a raid. There's been a raid. What is raid? National Security for Saman Foba Ghana Police Service. No, because say National Security has raided this person. Samusan say, what do you mean by raid? Can you define raid for me to understand? A honor baby on better. After your man can and punch, they have raided this person's home. They have no say, what do you mean by raid? What is the meaning of raid? Because Penyakum say illegal raid. Do we have legal raid? Now Ben out say aton krasi about water. What to be that? What to say Krobia ton krasi about water? Into what is legal war? Have you heard legal war before? What a war illegal? What is legal raid and illegal raid? And when was the last time Obi Kachire Ghana for say there has been a raid? Because you need to understand the word and the context is being used. Wait, or your cassava lecturer, while born. Kwame. Where they are saying Alotejo Cops, the num can or sort of pompesti ye. Kwame Duncan, Jimmy Frantini, Jimmy, Nessia Brown, Kukuba Kwa the Nisa watch. Net saying. Open number. Ayo on the Nimyansa. Kwame we die. Chana macha kakra wa wudim. Madina kwan yusu mi be mi free legon. Mi ba bedru shiashi traffic is so Kwame. Hey, mu de sia de ya bre no akai masemi. De bia asemi akai asemi. We da Kwame me kai 1963. Na ye na me mame obefa me ba Kumasi. Satana me wo fati Kumasi. Adekudie dia yampe Rollins asem nyina ne say. Rollins say I wafasi ejapade de ma wafasi de twom ye mfa ma yere eno an ekofa ntokwa ne baaye yeta Rollins ni nyina no Rollins say and obi ne yere bo bra na owu a ye mfa ejapade ma ne yere ne mba ene na amanfo bi so omo nti ase jeje Rollins we nipa boni ni ne NDC ni yenku no because then nipa dodo na twan mo wo fa ewu agi sika de di moa edienfo eyedien next of kin for And I saw a gentleman speak on this on TikTok. And I think I've spoken on it before, I check. But he's right. A time Rollins in Betina TV so I ye bube. Nina say, JJ Rollins by no, or see Obin Koye Juma Makwasi bin Tinefie Semi of a Japadi ni. Intimate Tifie, a year next of came for Omunye Juma. Obeko, not almost a damn say. obeko no bugu nkofo maso adan a me wofa wosika na wofa ne yere ebo adwuma oba ne nam nsuom nam ewiem titi ne mowrem de hwe ne ma wofa kwase ampanyi ne wuya yese asemesi jimifo firi bekwa yaba one ne di wofa ade ne atame japade ama no Rollins said abi eno nko ane Rollins the problem e wode ba wiase nie JJ Rollins ena JJ Rollins ena JJ Rollins wofanti eno nti ne time Rollins enya de bia omuni reason bia masa omkwa asem firi nipa so muni nyina no mumpe adwuma enya mwangasa madwuma emfa ejapade enhye mo madin mu obi nko ware ne kunu na one ne mo adwuma na bema no sebi onyame to ne nsafre na lado kwase afiri bekwa ya beka chem se me wofadea Rollins say ye be shemra oba one bema bo wobra no o se oba no ena sebio odie japade no ye nti ase adentina Rollins akota be japade na ma oba no abuofunu oba ne da wana wo fada de so pupu ne wo no edi na chiko efuo mu ba no oba no ebri ne mogeni na nkwaseafo mo ti dame ase ye ma wofane wu na mo betam next of kin for mo bodam Rollins mo tan nyina no Rollins problem nyina onya no wiase oni menuanom na Nicaragua afo nyaaye no eno ano no inti Nicaragua afo mpe Rollins asem nyina no it is because Rollins say obia ye adwuma ansa na wedidi untumi ntina dame ase en sori anopa de bia nkasa wo fanwu na bedi ade kopa adwuma ye eno ne kofa problem de baaye no inti ene na ma Nicaragua afo edwa Rollins be si nne inti Rollins party de ye ntiase omo ye wudifo omo boa Rollins nye wudi ni bia Rollins say uti kokwa ase abrafie na wo so koye adwuma we ye kacha na mubu ofu obi abeto atins ayisika ko ware oba ni oba abobra abre aye adwuma ye fuo kokwa efu akese oba besia ede ne kra ne bibia to ho ene be ma atena abobra enye sika de hwe omma na sebio be ma ne toya na ro kwase afre kurase abase me wofa me na medi ade na Rollins abase ye nhemra na saade ne yentwem a mo ne Nicaragua afo bi mo so wonti ase inti yenye den yenye red danse ma monom Rollins ye tan Rollins ni nyina no foforo bia mfiri bia amma biem asa next of came for visa ringalanzani sakusa apiki ala dwi ye jirem ene Friday this is for the we gas no da hotia wo bodam ni bu ofu ohun de onya ne ho wo be wu agya me edien so abranti enya ne dan ma me no wi tofi ewi ti di binguzo munim de eba okay ya beto aso muni bebi akọ ahaya na mugina Nicaragua afọ ahaya na obi agina obi ani bebi akọ umpeo obehwe and these are things yen kan keke aya engineer so wo ho now ebi akem ma mengidwam let's take our business now. The reason I was talking about message dialogue is because and Sam Georgia on the communications so Ghana or say Ghana to enact law against misinformation and disinformation. Communication minister say Ghana di mrabi ba mra ebeko atro in kontompo eni bosremuka inti enche bia no yebese mra sebio yebese no Ghana memu a se wo start se o twatrato obi so na woni nyina so se wo be ka asem for samije mfi ho na woni nyina so obeka asem fa John Mahama ho na woni nyina so oka asem fa Kelvin ho na woni nyina so a samra na ye be hye no e wo se ukoyi ano wo court e wo se etumi chew ne edu tu fiase we say NPP bo beba power biem no na is 42 years and over, and I support this 100%. The NPP thrives on misinformation and disinformation. That is the backbone and bile of this tribal piglet party. Atro any other party no. Inti samra we are ebano. We are going to see, say, you will see, say, the NPP communication will break down. The NPP communication, after this law has been enacted, the communication of the NPP will break down. I don't think they want to mean teacher, but want to me at TV so Eii Mahama tem can't some to Mahama so osro. Da ben out the chairman want to me abronye akasetia Ibrahim Mahama osro. Da ben a won say abua papon owusu bempa kotena wan no wakasetia John Mahama physically personally ana Ibrahim Mahama ana government appointee bia osro, because they know the law is now going to work. Into this Misinformation and Disinformation Act, I am going to champion it. I am going to support the Minister Sam George to make sure Parliament will pass this law. The NPP will collapse. Because then, Mradawa, so Bibe General Kajo Bawa Mutari 17 na oni nyina so a ye betwa years ato a ekere sa ni panel to improve ya also ko de fiase. So Bibe kan Lord na Mahama ho asem na wentumi ngina wenya ngina so anka asem na okan anka se weni ngina so a also ko de fiase. Me see ye pass law we a obo platforms nyina begu. That is the difference between NDC and MPP. The NDC was built out of truth, honesty. The MPP was built out of tribalism and lies. And say the Mrano Towa, you see how the men will separate themselves from the boys. And that has been our hallmark. And I am so happy to see this, because this will change the dynamics. It will change how we see politics in Ghana. Politics, we Jimmy and I want to say, we are Jimmy for a politician, but politics is your life. So we be with you catch us say media menya politics or we Jimmy for. Every single decision you take as a Ghanaian is based on politics and what the politician will do, say, the actions they will take, and then they decide your future as a Ghanaian today. Your life tomorrow. So China, it is the politician who will decide for you in Ghana. And so out of hypocrisy, we catch them and say media menya politics or we Jimmy for. It means that politician can use you like a fool. You need to understand. Say, you need to be abreast of issues. I'm not saying go do active politics. Men ko jina simpie ni emien to swaba. Men ko jina parliament enko shemra. But be abreast of the issues. Be part of the conversation. That is the only way. Wo bra, because obi na eko tina dem. Aka se e was see a pekwan bi near faso near stopping galam say. I was so ma wone yeti. There also adwunkyere wo trim, because in so ne say a politician no obeton so abrochira nom wo na obenum nsuo na ase no. Inti sa wote se obi aka kire say menya politics a any person that met so say I don't do politics we Jimmy to the point to say onim say ne life on earth mameka be bin chiro. You as a Christian and a Muslim, we all believe in something, and that is we believe in God. And we all believe so one day we will die. And when we die, there is another world that we are going. We are not taking the flesh. We are going to leave everything behind and go to that world that we all believe in, right? But as far as you're on this planet, somebody will have to make rules and regulations for you to survive. So the moment you think, say, you don't want to be part of that decision making, you are not counted as the people who have to survive. And if somebody will capitalize on your foolishness and your ignorance and your idea thinking, say, I don't want to be part of the decision making. They will capitalize and step on you and make you a dog. You'll be the slave. Into politics in general is very important for every single man. A part of our lives. Do not ever say, menya politics. Men can be that. Be interested in politics. Because then Bibi ko ye mawa because of politics. Obi na shemra ema bibi ko ye maw. Obi su na shemra bi ena bibi tiaw. It you always have to be part of the conversation. And the conversation should be right. And we should be part of a conversation that is healthy, a conversation that is not about, at the end of the day, maligning people and lying about people, but a conversation that we will use facts to do what? Make our point. And it's in our other platform we swear. You see senior officers, veterans, nkoaaa, they are all here. Because when you say Kelvin Taylor die, or the Ukraine bema, but we do a tamaso so very important. Ongano, eleleno, yerebe kahu. And that is what we all need to understand. Into this is very important. Well, when your politics, you your taxes. Me and your politics in between taxes. Now then, I would your tax. I person will be take a decision. You need to be part of the decision making. So with your taxes in Kwadia, you have to do politics. You have to be part of the conversation, be part of the dialogue. You can't say free SHS. I say, nkoaaa Eii Nkwaseafour. President can say, young have a dialogue. No, it was every parent who has a kid in school, whether primary or senior high school, you have to be part. You can't say, yeah, having a dialogue on our education, our free SHS. No, nkoaaa primary school parents in free. Yes, Ghana for because Obama OGSS. No, in the next year or two, Obera SS. So you need to be part of even that conversation. Obama put the whole. As far as you pay taxes, you should be part of the conversation. It's memo being that out that. And I said this group of people now your politics, they been see that. The moment I decided to team no umbe use sabua unyansio nom unye juma nye omunya kwan mao because when the classify who say there are some group who only think for you. You need to be part of the thinkers. You need to be part of the decision making. You need to also contribute. You need to let people know say oka saadie we hu. Into Ghanaians, young people coming up, I see majority of you guys making videos, going to places, showing things you don't like. It is very healthy. Keep on doing it. Make sure you back it with facts. Let the government know that these are all part of our civil responsibility. The civic education part of it is also part. Let's not just let some people feel, say, where the papa a friend of Oriata, where the papa a friend of Kufuado, where the free Ebusia Wemu, into Omunkwan a deep power. They thought to say, Jimmy, and that even when they are fooling, we still have to give them the opportunity to rule because in their heads, they belong to the up and we belong to the lower part. No. Every single Ghanaian is important when it comes to decision making and especially when it comes to politics. Mema Sofu bin dadao. Mema sebio imam bin dadao. Mema sebio mami bi ana papa bin dadao. You are a Ghanaian, you are paying taxes, you should be part of the conversation. From 2017 to 2024, because we are not part of the conversation, majority of Ghanaians took a step back and said, oh, yeah, dear, politics. You saw how Ekufuado denigrated and ran this country down. Baumia, Kennedy, Japan, or Seche Mensabunsu. Because we gave them the idea, say, yeah, politics. But who was taking the hit? Why am I not a say, abroad, Omude Ghana, excavator, essay, through Galamsey, Yania. Ekufuado was drinking water from the UK. Yofi Grant went into an interview carrying foreign water. They never drink water from Ghana. But in the first place, we were supposed to be part of the conversation to force them to do the right thing. You see, yeah, politics. Near to Ghana, yeah, politics. We have politics. Now we have money DA. Now Jankromania contract $24 million. Now I could see Nam. Ne Kufuado ma obi any certificate, obi any resume, obi any ejuma wa ye wana brabom. The omuni man say ya wari abo jantra. They were making billions at our expense because you see yeah, politics. Yeah, but they run you people down because now you move be a Jimmy. So you need to be part of this conversation. I will never on any day sit on my platform and tell anybody not to talk about the government. Now they about the media, but make sure the Misinformation and Disinformation Act, that law is about to be enacted. Be careful. Jandam is dangerous. Because of Jandam, nipa bi beko jail, omo mefie biem. Jandam is dangerous. As we sit, some people don't have peace in their heart. They know they have committed a crime. They know every single day they can be picked up and taken to court. They know. They are not happy. They are sad inside because they know omo dealings, it is against the laws of the land. And that is what I am trying to advise the young people. So ubeko jail. The time does not matter. If you come to Ghana for, if you're a man, come to Ghana, you are a foolish boy. Oya Kwasia, and our papa Jimmy, and our mammy, me say, you people need to understand, ye be shemra. Unya se obeko quarter, then listen to this advice because suits are going to fly all over the place. Now, when we are somewhere around Menemoka, oh papa we, or say or a lecturer or a lecturer with school, and this is how it starts. And most of our tertiary institutions are. Some of the lecturers, NPP lecturers are, they just infuse this kind of atro into the young NPP people in our various tertiary institutions. Now I'm saying, most of our tertiary institutions are almost a test conforna and come students are more knowledge to do research. You know, they have become animals. They are not able to research to even defend NPP. All because there's some of the lecturers they have become so political to the point say the kids are now learning from these dumb heads who have clouded themselves with stupid political ambitions until they cannot even reason again. This man, you say, or a UPSA law lecturer. He's a law lecturer. Law Nayafo and a Jimmy Bia to law. Now I'll say this government doesn't want people to speak openly. But I want to ask, you were speaking openly. Did anybody stop you from making this statement? It shows how low-minded, how foolishly they have been enshrined in their silly politics. And these are the people leading young people in Ghana as teachers, lecturers. Did anybody stop you, Jack, from speaking? When some foolish act we na yeka yesi yedi penyina atam. We Jimmy, wa ma politics na di nanimu kan. Ade okosua no school bia no nyansanim. Because if you are sitting on radio and TV and telling Ghanaians to say aban we are for the last 93 days, yente say aban we abo obi tuo. Yente say aban we achi obi because wakase tia aban no. Yente say aban we brutalize obi because wakase tia aban no. A lecturer who is supposed to pass information on to young ones to learn something from you. So when Jimmy ya, why should you say this government does not want people to, at the end of the day, speak openly? But you are basically openly speaking about the government. Because if you had been stopped from sharing your opinion about what is happening in Ghana, then you will have a case. But you as an individual, as stupid as you are in free standing. You have all the airtime and all the room to speak your mind. But because of stupid politics, or say the government doesn't want people to speak openly. Where were you standing when you were making this stupid statement? Were you in a hen coop? Were you hiding in a basement? You were openly sitting in public making this statement. It shows that logically you are stupid and not wise to teach these kids in school. The foolishness in these kind of people, in those range, so middle class, Jimmy Chen, because when you look at it critically, because these are the foolish people who entertained the Kufuor for 8 years. Some of these stupid lecturers were in lecture halls trying to defend the stupid, economical, abysmal performance of the stupid government. Ujina omaya freedom of speech juma. We are lecturer, we are lost lecturer. Obian fan more recount. Nobody has even warned you. Obian mia wohene. You as a person, you cannot stand on any platform to say Obian intimidate you because you are speaking your mind. So why do you say this government doesn't want people to speak openly? Because before you make a statement, you look at where you are standing, your situation, before you comment on other situations. The issue here is, can you point to one single person who has been attacked, who has been jailed, who has been forcefully and oppressed by this government for not speaking their mind? You people do not understand their more politics a Jimmy, because majority of the people who listen to people like you, we have handed young people to you to teach, to pass knowledge on to be an example for them to understand. You are using that small opportunity as a lecturer to foolishly exhibit the highest form of your stupid tribal foolishness. Because at this point, can you show any of your students that somebody has been attacked from speaking against the government? Can you tell us one? We are Jimmy Fordjour. And you see, you sit and you speak for the NPP, so you are foolish. Ntim This guy is a lecturer and a member of the NPP on attempted arrest of Reverend Ntim Fordjour. Wait. Now, Jimmy wage now obey any school. Edian obechrew. Ntim Fordjour, has he proven as somehow kind with any evidence? What makes you a law lecturer? You are a foolish man. You are a foolish man. I thought you were going to tell Ghanaians that Ntim Fordjour has evidence. Then because of the evidence, the government is stopping him from speaking. You have not been able to tell Ghanaians that the Ntim Fordjour Jimmy 38-year-old boy, one of my petition because of stupid politics. You are telling Ghanaians Ntim Fordjour 38-year-old foolish boy who is trying to denigrate a government, a member of parliament who makes laws, who is part of an interior and defense committee in parliament. Kwasi, what makes you a lecturer? The guy has so many options to send his message across. Did he do that? Has he, for once, showed you one simple evidence to what he has said? We Jimmy Nti. Politics say Jimmy Munti. Namu jina nkoaaa nim, namu chatro. The foolishness of a lecturer. And these people, they are working in the schools and intimidating the young people, sleeping with small girls and saying that you did not learn. You are not learning. Learning is not about writing and reading. It's about applying your common sense, making intelligent submissions, making sure the things you are saying makes sense. You are a waste of piss. Muna mama ye di matemono mwe Jimmy and inti a lecturer. Sebio abroche krobimwa, and when they make pronouncement, when they speak on social and political issues, now they want to compare some of the lecturers in Ghana. As a lecturer, Sebio Mogana Bodam. You are a pamphlet lecturer. You are a pamphlet lecturer. Go and copy this. Make photocopy. One of Monkwasi petition be. You do politics with everything. I want you to come back and tell us, when was the last time this government that has been in government for 93 days, when was the last time it was recorded that somebody was attacked for criticizing this government? We want you to show one. Monkwasi yeah, mamu space BM until you start to reason. Jimmy. The moment you join the NPP, you become animals. Certainly by joining NPP, I know what Jimmy for. Infantry joining NPP, what Jimmy for. Koni ko joining NPP, wadani Jimmy for. Asantini joining NPP. Like I said, NPP, it is the hub of foolishness. It does not matter the school and Nipanako. The moment Obe joining NPP, his level of reasoning drops. Etiko 91.1. Before Obe joining NPP, Ebian reasoning level a year 2003. It to be Tiba 92.1. Utubi Busan say, Nangovwe, because you are part of the NPP, Ntiwe Jimiana. I am yet to see one person in Ghana tell me, say, John Mahama administration way, wakasa against Yabano, and I criticize Yabama Maniachinatum. You are foolish and stupid. Pascom Kwana Woche. Oh, have you copied it? Have you made photocopies? Go and see this one. He will make a photocopy. His students can call. Wait, or a 92.1 lecture. Now you know what form. Now you know akore nima 92.3 and come broso. Then a way bejina with him chiraw. Because ojina with him he has already taken a stand. We didn't care take his stand until he does not have any neutral opinion about what is happening. Because if you want to be neutral, take your NDC MPP aside. Let's be neutral here. The party communications director Tana TV Sumi Yebusan say Ntim Fordjour the evidence when or see evidence in your the allegation is the evidence. Now you calling yourself a law lecturer. So where Jimmy Kurano, you are not supposed to make this statement. Where Jimmy Kurano, you are a 92.1 low level thinker. You are very ignorant.